Another person that we love to see in the WWE Hall of Fame is one Molly Holly. I think
Yes.
this deserves to spend a little time on because Molly Holly is one of the more underrated female performers. Period.
Yep.
Like she's a two-time women's champion. Also, you might not remember, she was also a former hardcore champion, guys.
Sure it is.
Yep, yep. Molly Holly, she's one of the people who I think really set the stage for these women in wrestling now to have a path to become like these superstars for people like Becky Lynch to headline WrestleMania. I think a lot of that doesn't happen as fast as it did without Molly Holly. She was I know the word trailblazer gets thrown around a lot in wrestling whenever they want to talk about, the women's division. Molly Holly is the definition of a trailblazer in women's wrestling. So, Trevor, Molly Holly getting into the Hall of Fame. What do you think?
I think it's great for women's wrestling. I think it's great for the Hall of Fame. Um, she, like you said, Trailblazer gets used a lot, especially in wrestling. But she really was um, she was around the time period where it was you used to women dressing sexy. You used to women coming out there showing half their body parts. Like she didn't do that. That's not something that Molly did. I mean, yeah, she in one of the old WWE magazines, she did do a swimsuit centerfold, but she had on a one piece. Like she she was one of those that thought women should be seen for their wrestling ability and not just their bodies. And that's one of the things she did. You remember Molly Holly? I mean, was she cute? Yes, but you remember her more for her in ring ability than just another pretty face. I mean, and not taking anything from the women that did show a little skin. I mean, Trish Stratus was an amazing talent. So was Lita. I mean, but it's just Molly Holly was what tried to set that trend. If it wasn't for Molly Holly, there wouldn't be a lot of those wrestlers out
Yeah,
here now, like you said.
yeah, and one thing that people don't realize that she also trained a lot of female wrestlers as well, like because
She
they
did.
didn't really have a huge training system built up for women's wrestling at that point, and she was kind of the more experienced person on the roster in like the mid 2000s. She was training a lot of the people like Mickey James. Even said like Molly Holly, like I'm not the superstar I am without Molly Holly. So she's had a huge impact on everyone's career. I remember like my biggest memory of Molly Holly like growing up was like at WrestleMania 20. She had a match with Victoria where she got her head shaved bald.
Yep.
Like the loser had to get her head shaved, and Molly Holly lost that match. And like according to all the records, she took it like a pro. Like
Yep.
she was excited. She had her moment, and look, people want to say, "Oh my God, that's humiliating" or whatever. Like she had she had a great match with Victoria, followed up by a genuine WrestleMania moment
Yep.
that people are gonna remember for a long time. And it wasn't one of those things where it was just like an exhibition, or it's just like one of those like Playboy penthouse matches they used to have or whatever. Like no, like this was stakes. Like we talk a lot about on the show. Like we love wrestling is best when something's on the line, when there's stakes. That was a stake on the line. Something was on. Her hair was on the line. The title was on the line, and that was the result. And that's something I think people are that people still remember to this day, and that I think for her to have that moment, and her and Victoria to have that moment was huge. And big ups to Molly Holly as well. We love to see her in the Hall of Fame. Thanks for watching this video from Real Take Sports Talk. Remember to like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you get notified whenever a new video is released. Also, remember to check out our live show every single Thursday at 8 p.m. right here on the YouTube channel. And remember, keep it real.